This is how we blow this stand. Get everybody in their stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
I didn't pay for trumpets.
Not even a rental?
Was I?
You didn't hire the jazz band?
Was I supposed to?
Yeah.
They.
Okay, I'll cover it this time.
Okay.
Is that a sword swing?
It's cutting out most of this.
It's
Almost
just
all of it.
I gotta reset my Discord cap so I can really jam out for the people here.
Hey, jam your truth. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I really get my frustrations out.
You just jam your truth right in there.
Jam it in the truth hole.
My favorite place to put things.
Welcome to 10 Bases, everybody.
Are you truth holes ready for us?
What?
I hope so. Speak your truth in the chat if you're ready.
You know what my truth
What's
is?
your truth? Sorry, go ahead.
My truth is I fucking hate technology because I can't get YouTube to make music go. What's your truth?
I just let my truth hole sing.
I love hearing your truth hole sing.
Where is your truth hole located on the body?
That, I mean, it's a little personal. It's not really a detail I want to share with the internet. It's kind of like my address or my...
Well, is that a lie by omission?
No, it's more like I don't want to dox myself. You know, if it's like my address. If they know where it's at, they can abuse it.
Oh, I'll abuse your truth hole.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm already getting threats.
Yeah, I guess we're public figures to some degree. We gotta keep our truth under a bushel.
Oh, Travis, everyone's a public figure nowadays. There's no difference.
Everyone has a platform, and they're all equally valid.
Everyone has a platform.
The file is coming up with that one.
Ooh, did it smell proud? Yeah, I think it did.
Thank you for that.
Anyway.
I finally got the music going.
I don't even think we were
Oh,
doing that for you.
yeah.
I think we did that for us.
Oh no, it was actually for me and I guess chat, but mostly to cover me.
Yeah,
I completely
that's
forgot
your
you were
truth.
having problems.
I just had to delete every single speaker output that it could possibly not be. But hey,
Oh, nice.
yeah, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here, and you know what? I wasn't entirely honest. My truth is that I'm ready to leave this planet.
Ready to blast off? Now, are you gonna leave, or are you just gonna launch briefly, then explode?
What's the difference?
Well, we could ask Elon.
He hasn't really returned my calls in
You mean it's not an explosion, it's an unplanned dismantling.
That sounds like a sex move.
sounds like something EA is trying to push in court surprise
That-
mechanics.
That's like the way to rephrase premature ejaculation. You cannot
It
convince me
absolutely
otherwise.
is. Yeah, I had an unscheduled discharge, on the launch pad there.
Please never call your partner the launch pad unless they're into it.
Oh no, I'm not calling the partner that. Just a
No, that's just where the
particular area of the partner.
Hey, baby, you want to come back to the launch pad?
Oh god. I would never go home with somebody who calls their place the launch pad.
Yeah. I would hope not. That's like how to like ruin a relationship.
That's a deal breaker right there. Everybody out there, a little advice. If you want to end it, call it the launch pad.
And if you're having problems ending your relationship, just call into 10 Paces Thursday nights.
Oh yeah, our lines are open
Yeah, we're great at
on
that.
Thursdays.
Just Thursdays.
Anyway, we've got a scheduled departure. Are we
Right.
ready to?
Aaron?
Yeah,
Are we ready to start our own little 10 paces space race?
I think so. But what sort of race are you thinking? Like, I think. God, I'm just flubbing this.
It's okay, you know. First the music, now this.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
days just
Some days
aren't
just-
yours.
Well, hey,
That's okay. And you know, just like Elon not having his day with the space race, I think we should take our crack at it and see if we can one-up him.
it won't be
Dude,
hard.
I bet we can even tie some ankle weights on and handicap ourselves.
I mean, he didn't leave a high bar. I think we could do better with less. He's using all this future tech. I don't think we'll need it.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
think we can get there with let's go as primitive as we can, just to really sock him one right in that old ego.
Yeah. Show him that what his caveman ancestors could have done if they were better.
Maybe they did, and they just didn't denote their adventures.
Oh no.
Yeah, they didn't have writing.
Oh, they
He was the one left behind.
shit.
He's the other.
Elon's the missing link.
It was him the whole time.
They just had ancient aliens that.
It was the emeralds. They powered the escape. Alright, do we actually want to start on the prompt? We've been fucking around.
Yeah, we can start on the prompt. It's an ancient space race. I want you guys to take some sort of time period or just some way that you wouldn't potentially see get to space. Just
I think I got this one on lock.
yes. Well,
I'm getting there.
you're getting there. You're getting to space.
Yeah, I'm gonna seize that moon and claim it for myself.
We'll see. It might be a little further than you think.
Nah, it's like 50 feet up. I see it up there every night.
No, I got this in the bag. The asshole who made Fig Newtons told me how far away it is.
2 or 3 boxes.
Nabisco.
Yeah,
Nabisco.
close enough.
I really.
They'd sell me that lie.
Yeah, I don't know who makes Fig Newtons. I got 30 on the board. You guys ready?
As I'll ever be.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, 3, 2, 1, draw.
Let's jam.
Let's jam. Who the fuck made Fig Newtons?
I don't know.
I
I was making a half-cock Isaac Newton joke, which isn't even really that relevant, besides like basic theories. But
relevant enough for me to at least understand where you were going.
hey, minor success. We take those.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe it's because I equate Fig Newtons with like old people, but I feel like my grandma makes Fig Newtons.
hold on, I have to Google when something was invented.
Don't want to get too current with it.
Is it the trolley?
No.
Is it the steam-powered train? Take you all the way to the North Pole? Because that's not space.
You think... Hold on. Okay. If it predates the moon landing, I'm
Yeah.
gonna consider it fair game.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, predates the moon landing we know about.
Right.
God damn it.
Yeah, you forget about the Mesopotamians.
No, it's just something was made after the moon landing.
Oh.
Was it The Shining?
No.
Well, since you can't do it, clue us in on what you were thinking.
I was gonna do Mentos and Diet Coke, but Mentos were made after the moon landing.
Damn.
So I can't safely say Diet Coke wasn't fueled by the moon.
You know, we
Mentos
got a
are
lot of
just...
technology from that space race.
Infamously Diet Coke. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go, like, I feel like simple is best.
I'm almost tempted to just stick with my original idea, if I'm being honest.
You know, sometimes that gut idea is probably the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to incredible expeditions, first thought, best thought.
And you don't need to think about it twice, either. You already wasted enough time thinking about it the first time, so it's probably...
You're
Yeah,
right.
just
And
get it done.
you know what? Diet Coke was the second iteration. You gotta try it with the classic first.
Oh yeah, the caffeine will really get you through the stratosphere.
After all, you know, there's a reason a Coke bottle looks like a rocket.
I figured
mean,
it
there-
was a dick thing.
I mean, you don't have to force that narrative. That just happens when someone gets horny.
It's true.
Like, that's...
He doesn't have to. The patriarchy does it for him.
Yeah. They invented it.
They invented dicks.
No, horny.
Oh.
Yeah, horny was an invention by big patriarchy to sell more
Sell
To
more
make more
coke.
babies.
greener. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sell more
I couldn't
coke.
have a finish to that.
They needed to produce more serfs for their kingdom. So they came
made
up...
Coca-Cola in the 1200s.
As an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, and it turns out it was just a nice, refreshing soft drink.
Yeah.
I mean, it still gets me horny.
Alright, I had to bottleneck that before it looked like a bad dragon product.
Oh yeah, that was, I think, made after the moon landing.
Can you just
Well, they brought it back.
flare the tip a little bit?
I mean, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Quit fucking giving into the patriarchy.
It's just ingrained in me, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. That's what you're gonna
Oh, wait.
say. This went your way, too.
Wait, I'm not sorry. That's also ingrained in me.
Well, for different reasons, but okay.
Yeah, men don't apologize.
That's because men don't make mistakes.
Chat. Hey, chat, got your bingo cards? Because there's another one. Make chat question if we're actually right wing or not.
That's the only wing this rocket needs.
We just omit the left side and the central side.
Yeah, we're not. Wait, liberals, we don't need a left side of our vessel.
We don't need all the fucking fins in the world to fly straight and true. That's God's plan.
I'm gonna step away from this before it gets clipped to hell.
What? Too late. I've got my inside sources on it.
Oh no.
Don't worry, they're only gonna clip me and blackmail me.
Make
next
sure to
time
send me those clips.
I do
yeah.
think our good fellow Nevins has already begun what I assume will be a long history of besmirching me.
He's just building his
Court case, let's just get another bingo out of the way.
yeah, sure.
He's
I was trying to
building a
avoid
burn
it.
book.
Yeah. Quit trying to be clever. Let's just give them what they crave.
This is starting a Mean Girls burn book, just so he has a nuclear option in case we ever betray him.
Putin won't have shit on this.
All right, stepping safely out of the bit now. That was a test as we test our space technology.
Yeah, we have to take our jokes to the moon and back before we can really take ourselves there.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we play. This is where we experiment and, really try stuff out to see if it works.
So, do you think you'll be proceeding in that direction, Travis? Or do you need more testing?
I think we've proven it won't work,
Okay, that's a shame.
and so we have to move on to what might.
Yep, bigger and better things.
That's science, baby. And if we stayed in that space too long, we wouldn't use science.
No,
Certainly wouldn't use our brains as I spent all this time drawing the curves of the bottle to erase it for fucking Mentos.
Mentos doesn't come in a bottle.
I know, I'm drawing the backup supply. They gotta have enough for the return trip home.
Ah.
Takeoff's easy, they just drop that shit in. Plop it and forget. Like a deadbeat dad.
yeah, but you need I think it's called like multi-tiered detonation or something like that.
Yeah, multi-stage.
Yeah. I was
So
reminded
you've
of
got
that
three
because
Mentos.
people have been making very crazy things in Tears of the Kingdom, including like multi-stage rockets.
Jesus fuck.
Have any of them made it to space yet?
I don't keep up on TikTok enough to really know.
That would be so fun if
There's-
Nintendo included a moon level.
That would be really awesome. If they were like, yeah, if you're good enough, then there would be speed
just-
runs to the moon. There'd just be a moon percentage.
They're out there having a space race in Tears of the Kingdom. I would love that.
Now we gotta
I mean,
see.
they already start you off in the sky. They put you halfway there.
Yeah. They're telling you, just keep going up.
You go up there and it's the Majora's Mask moon.
Oh my god, that would be so fucking cool.
You do something to piss it off, and it explains why it stares at you.
What if the game just became Majora's Mask as well? It's like, oh, now the moon's coming down. Good job.
Look what
New
you
Game Plus,
did.
baby. You unlock the DLC early.
Hell yeah. Majora's Mask DLC? Yes, please.
When are we gonna get Legends of Zelda Kerbal Space Program?
Well, it sounds like we just did.
I could never get the hang of that game.
Oh my god, it's so hard. There's a sequel out now.
No thanks.
It's the same thing, but more.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah.
I had friends who were really into it, and I'm just like, this is actual just like homework.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Flight Sim. Like Microsoft Flight Sim. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm too smooth brain.
I wonder if the final level of Kerbal Space Program is just a NASA internship.
I hope. Like, whenever you see the credits, there's just a button that says apply to NASA now at the end.
I mean, shit. Good pitch by them.
Yeah.
Get people interested in space again.
I mean, I'm sure it did. Like, I'm sure there are, and I say kids, but like, kids that played the original and then went to be like, I want to be in, I don't know, some sort of space science.
You'd hope. Though maybe I'm small-minded in this, but Earth first.
Yeah.
Build those resources to Earth first technology. Still don't have flying cars.
What the fuck?
Jetsons were a lie by the man.
You know what should have taken off and didn't, and I've probably mentioned it before. Fucking segways.
Flying cars?
Well, yeah, but segways.
I mean,
Kind of glad they didn't.
segways were apparently an oopsie and a disaster.
Yeah, they were not cheap. They were not safe. That's really all you need to not be successful. Because if you're gonna be not safe, you can at least be cheap so everyone can get hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, hoverboards.
Yeah. But like actual hoverboards, come on.
Yeah,
Going
Tony
back
Hawk.
Fucking, I almost said Tony Soprano. I don't remember the main guy's name in Back to the Future.
I would watch that.
Tony Soprano in his youth, just as a sick hoverboard champ.
Hey, Biff Marone! You trying to step to me? Yeah, okay, Doc. I don't get what you're saying here.
Yeah, I think I would watch this too.
You telling me my own mother's coming on to me? That would be so in theme with the show.
Oh, I'd watch the fuck out of that. The longer you go on, yes, please.
Because I don't know how familiar you are with Sopranos, but
Not.
Tony Soprano has a lot of mother issues.
Oh no.
Good. Glad we could nail these on the head.
Yeah, we're out here just fixing franchises left and right.
What we do.
Yeah, ABC or NBC or whoever where did Sopranos run?
HBO.
HBO. Wow, that was a while. I forget how old HBO is.
Oh, yeah. It's also where, Mr. Show ran.
Jeez.
Mr. Show was... I mean, it couldn't really have existed anywhere else for the time that it ran.
Right.
I don't know what that is. Mr. Cho?
Mr. Show.
Mr.
It's
Cho.
a sketch show with David Cross and Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, that! I've seen that, like, randomly on the internet occasionally.
Yeah. And it also has Tom Kenny and Dino Stamatopoulos, creator of Moral Oral.
Okay.
We've got
It's really good.
I've seen
Yeah.
clips. We've got 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, like, it is better appreciated, like, as an episode.
Yeah.
Because, like, each sketch flows into the other. Like, there's always a through line.
Sorry to cut you off. Teal Axum has a question.
Oh.
Have you ever eaten a train piece by piece?
I have not. Have you?
What is that from? I know this.
Okay, thank God.
I know
'cause it
this
was taking
line.
me- I was trying so hard to unpack this, and I'm like, I can't even.
I've got to be right back.
It is Mr. Show. I don't know why I thought it was a non sequitur, but yeah, Mr. Show has really great bits.
All right. Aaron, quick. Fast and messy or clean?
He wanted to be right back, so I'm gonna say get messy with it.
I'm just
Considering
not
the
gonna
tech
do
you're
it
working with.
he's not here. I'm not doing it. It's done.
Okay. Well, you may have won the design phase, but we'll see who gets that moon and plugs it right out of the sky. I'm gonna take it and steal its energies to conquer my foes in every war to come.
You think Buzz ever tried to wager the moon?
Think who has?
Buzz?
Lightyear?
Yeah, him too. Isn't one of their names Buzz, I thought?
Yeah, Buzz
Lightyear?
Aldrin. It's who Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear is named after.
I thought so. And then Neil... Why can't I think of his last name?
deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, him. That's definitely the space guy. I love him on
Lance
the grass.
Armstrong.
Armstrong, thank you.
Hard to believe you did that with one testicle.
Yeah, everybody knows you need those for space flight.
Yeah, it creates buoyancy.
It's amazing how he did it without the one for decompression.
Yeah, he just stayed compressed forever.
Yep. The origin of the zip file.
He was 5'8", but weighed 380 pounds. Because he couldn't decompress.
Just doing his best tungsten impression. Alright, is this... Huzzah! Okay.
I'm getting there. Gotta watch my time though.
Well, to be fair, mine's pretty simple.
I mean, that's the idea. We
Fair.
established up top. Simple is best.
The most complicated this got is there's a return plan.
Oh, mine has one too.
I've peeked over at the screen, and I believe I understand yours.
Yeah. I'm sure you think you're so fucking smart.
No? Just saying I understand it, man.
Yeah, we got a
Wow.
regular rocket scientist over here.
I don't know why you gotta be so aggressive. This is kind of fucked up.
I'm just adopting some old Cold War ideals in how antagonistic they have to get to space.
Because we got to do
Oh.
it first.
Yeah, we both have that contract with Satan, and I'm gonna fulfill it.
Aw, man.
Yeah,
If I lose, I get 1,000 caltrips in my a-hole.
yeah, and if Dakota wins, he gets 999. That one makes all the difference.
I couldn't
I
agree.
feel like I got duped into signing this contract.
Well, it's a hard sell when he's like, you can have that, or you can just have the 1,000 now.
1,000 up front or 999 down the road.
Yep.
I'll gladly pay you for it Tuesday.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a spiky enema today. But to be fair, nothing really cleans you out quite like.
Oh yeah, it makes room for more.
Yeah, I hear, actually Gwyneth Paltrow's bringing it back.
Ah, the perfect spokesperson.
You know, ancient remedies and all that. It's how these people live so long. I made the mistake of getting on Facebook again, and I mean, it never gets better, but some heady dude who thought he was doing something was talking about how, people lived without doctors for all these years because they didn't eat so much sugar and they were more active. And it just... I think I'm done with Facebook for a while.
When were they saying that people live so long without doctors? Like,
he thought he was doing something, but I'm
But-
like, you never looked at mortality rates.
I was gonna say,
you never looked at average age.
it used to be that you were old if you were 30, and now it's just you feel old when you're 30.
But
And
One of
I
Mer-
tried to explain survivor bias to him, and that was a misstep on my part, because I could have spent my time doing anything else.
Yeah.
just gonna ignore like how when this nation was founded, like only a few hundred years ago, people were married off at 13 because they were expected to die in their late 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what the founding fathers wanted.
Yeah, the damn patriarchy making us horny again.
Damn it, they're just trying to sell more sex. Big patriarchy.
I'm sick of it.
The Puritan ideals, famous for promoting sex. Did I time lapse? No. Oh well.
Next time. Those are gonna look really cool with like a blueprint one.
Huh?
Time lapses whenever we have like a blueprint set up. Kind of like this.
Oh, yeah. I should have done that on this one, but
They didn't have blueprints back then.
yeah. Gotta make it a stone print.
Yeah, they really cemented those ideas.
Jesus Christ.
Did you make sure to get the right Coke branding? Because that little Coke swirl may be new Coke.
Oh, yeah, that's got aspartame in it.
I specifically didn't copy it the same way.
Okay.
Yeah, this is their rocket branch.
Oh, yeah. Introducing Starry Coke. Nope, can't use that.
Is that a thing?
There's Starry now, which is like Sierra Mist rebranded.
Oh yeah, didn't they just rebrand?
I mean, I was told that there's also a difference in the ingredients, but I don't know if that's true or not.
More corn syrup.
Yeah.
Feasible drop says 10 paces in turn just for fun, son. Up to sundown, the bad guys rolling around. You make them lay down.
Well, hello, Feasible Drop.
See where the bad guys are to be found and make them lay down. Swallow your pride, don't let your lip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at.
I've seen it. It's not a good time.
But we're going to space, so... Sun's always up, I think?
So I guess we'll just always stay out the wild, wild west. For this episode. Once we leave, this launch pad.
Yeah. 10 paces space program. Do donkeys have cloven hooves? I feel like I should know this.
I
would
think that's just
imagine.
survivor bias.
Dakota, you drew Donkey Alley.
Not by choice.
You still
Yes.
did. I hope you would have gleaned anything from your study.
They look very
You know-
normal hoof-like.
I willfully ignore most lessons of that nature.
Oh, 10 spaces? Fuck. Why didn't we think of that?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it seems same as horses.
Whoops.
There's only one space. Outer space.
Our
I was waiting for
space?
something a little more crass.
Our space? It sounds like I was...
Outer space.
It just made me think of Ansem. There
What
you go.
sound we got?
Put it off the bingo. 3 minutes.
I don't think I have enough time to color, so I'm gonna call it here.
Work on that sales pitch.
I mean, I already got it. Like, I'm a big space brain kind of guy. I'm getting us there.
You know, I believe in your program. Don't tell Dakota this, but I think you're the way that we're gonna get to space, Travis.
Yeah, we got funded by Hammurabi. And so I think, we'll really go a long way with that kind of backing.
Aw, Feasible says some guy was rude to him on TikTok. Well, I think that guy, he's never making it to space. He's gonna be stuck on terra firma for life.
Dudes on TikTok, like, if you're commenting on TikTok in any kind of negative capacity,
Get fucked.
you don't have... You immediately devalue your opinion.
That's true. And your time. It's a funkin' jungle. Funkin' jungle? Fucking jungle.
I would love it for it to be a funkin' jungle out there. I'd just be out there grooving all the time.
Just gotta play more Donkey Kong.
Ooh, that's a funkin' jungle if I ever were.
Oh
If there ever
yeah.
were one.
You got about 1 minute left, Dakota.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Mind if I pitch while you're...
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Speaking of space race, I'm first off the pad, baby. So, obviously the setup's pretty obvious. This is the fastest donkey, bred for speed and carrying capacity, and it's gonna launch our little cosmonaut here. Let's name him. Gonna name him Krungus. Krungus here with his helmet for safety. Ooh, Poly Space.
Ooh, Polyspace.
Miles and light years above Poly Shore.
I always told him he'd never reach his height.
So he's gonna use this this launching vessel here to get just high enough to reach the moon with his hook, so he can drag it down and harness its power. Because he who pulls the moon out of the sky will conquer the earth.
Damn. It just makes sense. I think that's a fucking shoo-in. I don't think it gets better than that. But Dakota, can you prove me wrong?
You ever had Coca-Cola, Aaron?
You know I have.
All right. You ever have Mentos?
Yeah. Where are you going with it? I mean, usually like an after dinner thing.
You ever have them both at once?
No, never. I've been told not to, and I listened to my elders, but I never asked why. I never
Okay.
questioned.
My friend knew a kid at his old school,
Mhm.
and he died.
Oh my gosh.
Rip little Mikey.
From what?
Coke and Mentos. I just assumed it was poison.
That's gang shit. Plow plow.
Anyway, continue.
Real bummer story, bro.
I have to say, it's kind of. I feel like this is corporate espionage.
Yeah, I think so. Have you ever heard
That's
of
just good marketing, baby.
Have you ever heard of someone dying from a donkey, Dakota?
Yeah, plenty.
Whoa.
Not in current day, but it happens. Those things got hooves, man. Anyway. Sorry, let me
Continue
tone that
with your pitch.
down. You sure I could regale us with more stories of
I mean,
death? That will make you want to buy this. Anyway,
We got time for that.
Aaron, go get your Coke and your Mentos. This is a better visual demonstration.
Okay, hold on. Oh god, where did my Twitch go? Why did something happen?
Told you not to be sad on Twitch. That's why the platform's dying. You can't be sad on here.
All right, I got my Coke and Mentos.
Put it in there.
Okay, and then what? Oh god. Oh no. You didn't tell me it was gonna blow up my house.
You don't need that. Not when you're going to space, baby.
That's. Oh my god, I'm in space. It worked.
We got there.
Hold on, you didn't let go of the bottle?
No, I'm still going.
I gotta make a phone call. I'll
Good thing you have a wireless headset.
Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, I can still hear you guys thanks to my Raycon earbuds.
It happened again. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, just get him with the others. No, it's okay. He won't tell anyone. But I know. Yeah, it's fun. I love you too. All right, bye.
So, how do I get down?
Anyway, what's the next prompt?
Oh, well, I mean, don't you want points?
Yeah.
No? Okay, well, Travis.
Our first 10 basis points from space.
Well, out in space, they call them buckazoids. So,
Oh, wild. That sounds scientific.
it's very scientific. Very, very futuristic. Very chic.
See, I always thought by the time we got to space would be on, like, laser bucks.
Nope. Not yet. That was...
Buckazoids far exceeds my expectations.
Laser bucks were an outdated format. I think Travis...
As soon as it left my belt, it felt old hat.
Yep. Travis, I'm giving you 12 buckazoids for your budget for your next ventures.
Oh, jeez.
Dakota, you're...
I have no concept of how far this will go.
Well, we'll see. Dakota, you're getting the whole 20. You got me into space. You still got to get me down, but we'll worry about that later.
Don't worry, Houston's on his way. I lost my job, so I'm gonna need those points.
What, buckazoids?
Oh, even better. I can actually spend those. Finally, this show's fucking useful.
Well, you will be able to spend them in the future.
Yeah. Once Earth catches up. For now...
You're saying buckazoids are really going to take off?
You caught me. That's exactly what I was saying.
He's gonna decentralize all modern currency and instill buckazoids.
Don't tell anyone.
This is the origin story for Zurg from Buzz Lightyear.
So guys, I think while I'm, drifting around this endless expanse, really hoping for safety, but kind of feeling like I'm not gonna find it. How about you guys give me something else to think about and draw some other characters that might be lost in space?
Oh yeah, we can. I mean, with all this information we've gleaned about space travel, we can really gear them up for the voyage. And maybe you'll have some insight into that.
I think that would definitely help quiet my brain right now. I feel like I'm cars just slipping into nothing.
I'm just drifting.
It's a JoJo's reference. Anyway,
I didn't catch it. I'm sorry.
it's okay. The real
Oh,
one.
I
is
forgot
the-
to mention.
Yeah.
The return trip for Travis you mentioned earlier. Mine, you pop the cap and it goes in reverse.
I had wondered about that because I wasn't gonna call it out, but I'm like, wouldn't that fly down?
Mm-hmm. No, they
That's
most
the idea.
spaceships just detach a new part and go in reverse. I figured I'd do the same.
Oh, you're adding to the space junk there.
And isn't that on brand with Coke?
It's not our problem.
They literally
Yeah.
helped run a campaign to convince people that littering was already a problem so people would stop caring. And then tried to manipulate people's emotions by having Native Americans run ads for it.
I'm gonna be honest. I tuned out for a second. Are you talking about happy things on Twitch? Or are you being sad?
Oh, damn it, it was sad. You're right, I can't be sad.
That's right. She on my
Which is a
space.
happy place.
Feasible.
We are always joyous here in Motherland Twitch.
That's right.
Twitch makes the sun rise and eats the moon.
And controls the world, or whatever you said earlier about the sun and the moon.
Oh, about he who pulls the moon out of the sky will
Will rule the earth.
run the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Twitch, baby. For now.
Yeah, we've got other problems to worry about. Like,
How to get me home?
we'll get there.
Yeah, okay, it sounds high on your bucket list.
You've got a headset, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I can still play League, I
Mm.
think.
Since you're up there, we might as well come up with ways that may or may not apply to you, in which you can sustain yourself up there.
Like, I mean, I already know. I've already pooped, so I mean, we're good there. I can poop all day.
Great. More space debris.
Yeah, more space junk.
Feasible says that it is actually Kirby that eats the sun.
You know what that sounds like to me?
What? What?
GG80Cs in space. League players will come up with any excuse other than their own failures.
God damn it. Fine, we'll make him bigger. There you go. He's ever growing.
Ah, see, that's why he looks transparent, because he's actually out of the stratosphere and lost in the haze of the sky.
Yeah, he's actually massive right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, since the moon's not there, we need another body to kind of
Another heavenly
help keep
spirit.
things in check.
That's right. Alrighty, guys. I've got a roulette ready for you to give you a launching point, if you would, for this next prompt. Are you ready for it?
I don't get it, but okay.
Just roll with me. It's space logic.
Okay, so yeah, my dumb terrestrial brain.
Yeah, you're just thinking to Terran.
I gotta unground my thinking.
Yeah. Just look up in your thoughts. You got the time lapse thing ready, Dakota?
Yeah, I activated them on the
Cool,
next
cool.
two just now.
Okay. Alrighty. Who wants to go first for this roulette?
Give it to Dakota. I will take a short reprieve while I
Wow.
consult my science team.
Okay. Dakota, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this turn of the wheel?
According to Travis, I am. I'm glad he has faith in me.
You know, I believe in you too.
Really? And I bet you can see everything I'm doing wrong from all the way up there in space.
I can, but I'll never comment on your sins. You got
That's sweet.
the person that you're taking to space is Tyrion Lannister.
Interesting.
And I don't know where Travis went.
To reprieve, he said.
Yeah. He's consulting his science team.
All right, so I'm just putting him in space. That's base. No other responsibilities here.
I mean, it's up to you. You're his space team. So it's whatever you think might best facilitate what his needs are in space.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome
In
back.
regards to facilitating needs in space, I think we need to include a bathroom.
Ooh. Yeah,
that we don't have to abandon our mission in order to, reprieve ourselves.
it is pretty funny whenever I start pooping out here and it just sucks it out of me. Sort of like a vacuum.
Oh, like Kirby.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because Kirby's out there.
Kirby's eating all my space junk.
Finally, black hole solved.
Oh my god. Just for that, you're getting your roll. I'm not even asking if you're ready. Oh.
But no, Travis still needs his first one, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that is his first one. You got Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, my favorite character, Snoop Dogg.
Your favorite character going to space.
Alright, I think I got this.
Okay. Are you ready, Dakota? I'm going to give you that much.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I started. I figured you gave
He
me the
started.
thing. It's time to go.
All right, it's time to go. 3, 2, 1, draw.
I'm just gonna wait for like 10 seconds out of the spirit of fairness.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. I appreciate your
All right,
gracious.
spirit's dead.
Yeah, we're men of science now.
That's the idea. I almost called you Dakota. Feasible drop. We're all going to be in space by the time this ends.
I know I'm gonna be. Snoop's gonna take me there because we're gonna get high.
The question is, how are you going to get high? And how high?
420 miles.
That's pretty high up. People are all like, ooh, I joined the Mile High Club. You're like, I joined the 420 Mile High Club.
And then you
I
suffocate.
didn't have time as I was blasting off. I had exceeded a mile.
Yeah, I slept through the first mile.
I do sleep on flights.
Do you, sleep before the flights even, started?
Oh, if I could, I would.
It is a little bumpy, the initial takeoff. But at least if
I
you're...
just have a...
You just have a what?
I'm a sleep traveler.
Hmm.
On car rides and, the occasional flight, I like to... it's easy for me to conk out. It's hell waking up. My neck is destroyed, but I get there quicker that way.
True. It makes road trips feel like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Your own personal time travel.
Aren't we all like traveling through time Man.
Every day.
Starting to think I realized why you lost that fight with that guy on Facebook.
No, I lost because I stood down on my own accord.
You took the higher path on social media. That's never the correct call.
The correct call is
You're
just
right.
say your piece and then unfollow the conversation so you win.
Oh, and block them too.
Oh, yeah. Some people do like to take it off of the conversation.
I do know one of the only times I ever got in a Facebook argument, I just kept removing posts, not even necessarily theirs, but just context because I thought it was funnier than the actual argument. It wasn't me arguing, it was just an argument on a post I made.
Make them look like they're rambling.
Yeah, it's just really funny to me to make them look like they're fucking being just absurd.
Insane. Yeah. You just make them look bad.
Future is now.
If you guys want bonus points, I can give you more roulettes, but I don't think you will.
Are they all characters?
Yeah.
No, I think I want to make this one look nice. You know, space deserves something cool to look at.
I don't know. Space is pretty cool looking.
Yeah, that's why we have to fill it with cool stuff. We don't want to dilute the pool.
I'm diluting the pool right now.
Oh my god. I'm gonna call Houston to make sure you get out of there ASAP.
Please do.
I think
Maybe-
you're the one doing.
Yeah, doing a 1 and a
Maybe
2.
whatever technology.
What's
Whatever
your...
technology I'm past it.
Sorry.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm deleting what I've said previously from the VOD and making you look like an asshole.
Ah, my own tactics.
Learn from the best.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I fucking hope you do that. It looks
No,
like
it's way more effort than I want to invest.
it looks like you're making him wear a bib, Dakota. Like a little bonnet.
Baby needs his space supper. Hold on, let me
I don't know how much Game of Thrones you've seen, but
I'm just giving him his little bib. Anyway.
I like the idea of giving him making him a little baby.
I mean, that's not horribly far off from part of where this is going.
Little space baby.
Let me just do this.
Give him a little dome.
Yeah, and then I believe there is an option.
Yeah, make sure you add lots of lens flare. If I know anything about space, there's lots of lens flare.
There's my lens flare. Let's go by. Actually, that's good. Nope, more. We manipulate it a little bit, give it some perspective. Actually, let's go the other way.
Also, chat. Who are some characters you'd love to see in space? I'm not going to do them right now, but it's fun to aspire.
Yeah, like Toe Jim and Earl. Or
Have they ever gone to space?
once or twice. Or I don't know, what are other people that might go to space? Or might not go to space, but you'd like to see in space?
Well, I thought of a whole bunch,
You did.
but they didn't get pulled off that wheel, like Stinky Peterson.
Stinky Peterson would be good. I had a Skeeter.
Ooh, Skeeter's good.
I had my cats,
That's amazing.
because I always have to do cats in space if I can.
I was with family the other day, and they really enjoyed Cats in Space from the show.
Oh, heck yeah.
If any of my family does end up watching the show because of recently finding out I do it,
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive me. But I'm not
Never
changing.
apologize for your craft.
Let's never speak of it, please.
No, I'm apologizing for me and not properly warning them. But I'm not stopping, and I'm
No.
not changing.
Never.
Don't change for anyone. Except yourself.
But really only if you want to, otherwise the change won't stick.
Don't worry. I know.
Yeah, you gotta...
Try.
It's okay. The only thing that's not okay is not trying.
Oh, shit.
Travis, what have I told you?
Don't make him come back from space.
Yeah, I'll turn this space around.
The fucking Milky Way just goes into a cataclysmic turn.
Everyone finds out that they're now left or right-handed, depending on what they were before.
Oh, I'd fucking hate my life.
Yep, I just flipped the entire existence. Just to show you what's what.
Did you just write Chris Nolan's next movie?
Oh no.
No, it made too much sense.
Yeah.
But no, the space was really accurate.
So accurate to what? It was. Okay, buddy.
That's how it would have really happened.
No, it was based on real events. I have heard his most recent movie was like incomprehensible, and not in like a clever way, like in a very much like you failed to convey this message.
His includes like cool technology, but you know, it's, and I guess for the times the movies are clever. I shouldn't qualify or detract as much as I am, but apparently Tenet is just bad, but I really can't speak on it. I haven't seen it. Interstellar was fine.
I have nothing to say about it. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen. I always get Nolan North confused with Nolan North.
Are there two different Nolan Norths?
The actor, the voice actor. I don't know if it's the same person.
No.
Oh no, I'm talking Christopher Nolan.
Oh, Christopher Nolan. See, that's what I was confused about. I only know him from like what, Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I can't think of others. But I don't see a lot of movies, so.
Was Inception him?
Oh, I did see Inception. I did not think it was as confusing as everyone made it out to be.
I don't think so either, but I also fell asleep 3 times trying to watch it. But to be fair, none of those were intended for me to actually sit down and watch. It just happened to be on.
Yeah.
It's not like I ever attempted to.
Chill Nolan directorial pieces to relax and fall asleep to.
Yeah, I was in college at the time. Fine. You think he'll ever come back?
No, I think he got caught into a space drift. He's out of orbit now.
Maybe Houston finally got him.
The poor guy. You know, Houston was the first word said in space.
Huh. Makes sense.
Or on the moon? I don't know.
Oh, that makes less sense. Thanks.
I'm a regular Christopher Nolan.
Oh my god. Why don't you go direct a movie and become famous?
I wasn't going to. But now, despite you, I think I will.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Not the fame, accolades, or wealth.
Nope. Doesn't interest me, you know, I'm pretty grounded.
Oh my god. You know who says that? People who aren't fucking grounded.
Yeah. People who aren't grounded and don't have wealth, fame, and accolades.
I'm just gonna agree.
But, you know, everyone out there can help me achieve that.
All I have to do
So
is step on them all.
If you know anybody out there, I'm just gonna send everyone in chat my script, and they can pass it along.
Suspenders. Stop. We got about 60 minutes left, just so you know. Without Aaron here, I'll have to do it.
60 minutes?
16.
Oh, that's much less.
Yes, I would agree.
I appreciate you keeping track, though.
I'm in. I'm here for you.
I gotta get back into good drawing habits and finding that speed again.
Yeah, I think I'm luckily prepared for today because of my recent trip with family. I did a lot of drawing in the car.
Oh, nice. I finished the commission, and then I'm just like, well, I'll stop drawing for
Just that's it. You'll
a
just stop.
weekend, and yeah. This is where I formally retire. It's with a heavy heart that I just I retire from the world of drawing.
Well, I'm glad you made it. Glad you finished your
Yeah.
commission.
I just, you know, maybe it's just a bad heart day.
Those happen, and they've happened on the show. I know I've had them.
Oh yeah, have them frequently. I've got a reserve tank of good art, and I do not produce it as fast as I spend it.
I mean, that's the secret. That's just true for every artist. That, you know, that it grows and changes over time, but everyone's got their bad days. Except for that one asshole from college.
You go to college with like a savant.
I mean, I went to a school for comic artists. There was bound to be one, right?
Yeah. You always hope that it's you, but
Oh no, I knew I would be. I actually performed better than I thought I would. I came in with extremely low expectations for myself. Tempered
what do you do?
expectations.
That's how we grow.
Yeah. I was already 6'4". I had to choose a different way. I figured it'd be art. Sorry, 6'3". 6'4" with shoes.
Yeah, come on, 6'2.5" maybe.
No, that's pretty accurate what I said. Don't make me a liar. I already corrected myself. Oh, I also read comics, which I haven't done in a long time.
Oh, cool. On your trip?
Yeah, that was very nice. I started some of the X-Men stuff that leads into the newer ones, and then I also read Into the Spider-Verse and some of the lead up.
Oh, nice.
Surprised to see what was changed, kept, and existed compared to Across the Spider-Verse. We won't go into it for spoilers' sake, but because the movie's still pretty fresh.
Yeah. When did the comic come out?
Why do I want to say like 2007, 2018? Maybe I want to say.
Okay, so the first movie was already out?
No. Oh, then maybe I have to be wrong.
I can just look it up.
I'm doing that now.
Okay.
2014. I should have stuck with my fucking gut. 2014 to 15 is when it took place. And I mean, they did a lot, and they weren't scared to pull punches. Dan Slott's a pretty decent writer.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'd like to check it out because obviously the movies are both just absolute bangers.
There's quite a few. I mean, obviously the biggest change is the focus is not Miles.
Yeah.
There's very little focus on him unless you read his little side story, but that's true for almost everyone who isn't either of the well, this isn't really a spoiler because they were both comics at the time, either of the Peter Parkers, one of which was Superior.
Oh,
If you-
okay. Oh, yeah, that would have been around that run.
Yeah, which made that very interesting and added a lot to the story. It is cool to see how much is still so different from the two. Like, between... just in every sense.
Yeah, and that would have been around the time that... I mean, it makes sense because Superior had just kicked off, and I believe Miles was still... what was...
He was
that
still in the
whole
Ultimate
era
Universe.
of Marvel Ultimate, yeah. Was this his way out, or...
No. They did touch a little bit on what was becoming the way out. And it wasn't even the first time Miles and the main universe Peter met, turns out.
Oh, wild. Because, yeah, like, Miles took off in popularity, and, like, certainly less so now. But Marvel was always so touchy about things exceeding Peter Parker's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they killed off Eddie Brock as Venom. Because they're like, oh, he's outselling Peter Parker's Spider-Man, can't have that.
That's probably why they also did let him stay Agent Venom. Just to later make Venom an anti-hero and eventual good guy in every other representation ever. It's like, so the whole reason to nuke this character was fucking moot. Which I really hated, because I was a big fan of Agent Venom. I thought it was a fun take. Plus, having Venom on a Guardians team was fun.
That's neat. I didn't know he... Like, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, Flash Thompson bonded with Venom, and they were with the Guardians for a while.
Neat.
And he felt really good on the team. I mean, Tony Stark was part of him for a while.
Neat. I mean, like, I shouldn't be surprised by Marvel crossovers at this point, but...
It's still fun, which is why they keep doing it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get to see these characters you like interact in new, interesting ways.
Yeah.
think that's what was really cool about Spider-Verse, though, is it expanded so much and explained so much of it, kind of in the same way the second animated movie did as well. Just expanded the universe in such a cool way that gave so much more flavor to what has already happened.
Yeah.
And it was also not one of the cases where Marvel editorial was allergic to letting Peter Parker like be happy.
Yeah.
Well, that's not who he is as a character.
Well, I follow I know a lot of comic book people in and outside the industry, and quite a few of them are very tired of Peter Parker not being able to be happy.
Unfortunately, most
Nah.
characters in media don't get to be happy, or at least not happy for long. It's just boring.
Yeah. Well, you could be Kamala Khan and get killed off when you don't even have a book.
Oof.
And everyone's thinking they're doing it to bring her back with her mutant powers. Even though she's a fucking inhuman, and they shelved that entire universe, even though it was actually interesting to have another group that was not the mutants. You could have actually had quite a lot of interesting dichotomy between them and the X-Men right now, because the mutants have a whole island while the Inhumans are still treated like shit. Kind of would have been an interesting storyline, I think.
No, I can't have that.
No. But the Inhumans weren't as popular as the X-Men, who have been in publication for decades. Boy, it couldn't just be because the Inhumans were new. No.
Franchise logic, baby.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Nevins! Holy
What's up,
shit.
Nevins?
Coming back with that sub. Thank you.
6 whole fucking months? God damn. Sounding more and more like our Huckleberry. How you doing? By the way, Travis, I haven't been able to give a warning or anything. You might run out of time.
Nah, what else is new? I've already established it's a bad art day. There are no stakes for me anymore.
Oh, okay. There's about 5 minutes left. There's no bad art days. There's just some better art days.
No, there are bad art days.
Yeah, that's a load of shit. There's bad art days. Listen, also
that's
on
okay.
on my vacation, I also organized all of my files for 10 paces.
Oh.
There's bad art days. There were some time, like, because I moved a bunch of the old files off my computer for, like, and I also saved every prompt as individual.
Uh-huh.
So because there was so much shit we had done, I'd forgotten about. There were quite a few files where I'd save 1, 2, and the good files where I'd save all 3 prompts, sometimes 4, because I did a sketch. There was like a 3-week stretch on the shows where I'm just like, nope, not saving a single one of those fuckers. Get all of them out of here.
I feel that. Like, it's rarer if I have one that I'm like, I did good work with the time constraints at hand, but I still enjoy it.
There's quite a few revisits I kept because we revisit them. Speaking of, I would really like to have one where we bring up old stuff and finish it, just as a nice, simple episode.
Yeah. You can do that on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the rate I work on Thursdays, I may not finish, but it gets further in.
That's right, it's not always about finishing. Let that be a lesson, everybody.
It's about the experience.
Put too much pressure on yourself, it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah, I blew up on that launch pad.
Yeah. Speaking of, you want to come back to the launch pad?
Man, I'd sure love to go back to the launch pad.
All right, you're still floating around up there.
That's right. No sign of NASA. I don't know why. Maybe my phone's just broken. No one returns my calls.
Oh, hey, you see Tyrion up there?
Who?
Tyrion Lannister?
Oh, I mean, he hasn't shut up for about 20 minutes or so.
Okay, so he's doing fine.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, and we're sending up. We booked some entertainment.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a while then. Or you just giving me the...
Let's look on the bright side.
All right. Maybe. Who's the entertainment?
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
All right, guys. You don't need to come get me. Take your time. Me and Snoop, we're gonna kick it.
Yeah, he does have a special tube. He might be able to hook into your oxygen system out there.
Is he like sharing some snacks? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, he's got it full of Snoop's loops, and in his rider, we did have to enhance his oxygen with some good green kush.
Oh, hell
Some
yeah.
Gorilla Glue, some Sticky Icky.
Ooh, some sour D's. Some I don't know. I bet you Snoop has his own brand at this point.
Oh, absolutely does. Has since it first became legalized in Colorado.
Oh, damn. What is Snoop Dogg's brand? Now I want to find out.
I think I bought some when I was traveling through Colorado in 2015.
Oh, it's just called Snoop Dogg OG.
Yeah, if it ain't broke.
Yeah. It's got a 4.6 out of 5. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
On what site?
Leafly.
Is that High Times? Or?
A site called Leafly. But it was like
Man, I wish it.
5,000 reviews or something, so I would imagine it's pretty good.
I wish I liked weed more. They
Fair.
got it sat with me better.
Yeah. You just gotta find the right... Nah, I mean, it's not for everyone.
It's about the terpenes.
Yeah.
It's in medicine.
I mean, it can be, but for most people, probably not.
The people I knew advocating that, or
Oh, yeah.
rather not advocating, but aggressively pushing that.
Yeah, peddling.
Yeah. It was not medically dosed.
No. No, most people who would say that it's use that as like medicine as like a reason are like 10 times the amount that you would be doing or more.
Right.
You're basically microdosing if you're using it as medicine. Though I guess it depends on your use too.
Right.
For like a daily mental thing, it's probably a microdosing. For like a pain thing, it wouldn't be.
Just put me out.
Yeah, I mean, they got that. You want that Snoop Dogg OG? Well, that is...
What do we have time-wise?
I was about to say, that is time.
It's like I woke up right before the alarm clock.
Yep. You can give it a background if you want.
I think I will.
Yeah. So I was like, right now it kind of looks like it's going skiing. Now it's better. That's better.
You could be space skiing.
That's true. That's true. He's not about that space white about that space green.
Gonna get some of this back there. Gonna up that. It does have particle size. Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen Game of Thrones. I don't even remember which Lannister that is.
Peter Dinklage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're the one who assigned him.
It doesn't mean I came up with the character.
Wow.
I asked for additions to it. I love the that like big star that you did for a second in like anime, the cross star.
Oh yeah, like the
It's so cool.
studio trigger star.
Yes.
Oh. I forgot something.
Yes. And there we go. You know, a few small touches can really
That really
bring a
does.
piece forward. It's not perfect, but
That definitely ties it together, though.
ideally what I'd like to do, because there was a specific tracksuit he wore at I don't know what performance this is, but he's got like this paisley tracksuit that looks fucking righteous.
It looks like you could just slap a 76 on the back of that or something, like a vault symbol.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I just thought that was fun.
Oh, I love that, Dakota.
Thank you.
Do we not have time to take measurements, or?
Well, my thought is if he's in space, it's not a predetermined thing, and your typical spacesuit isn't going to fit a man of his stature.
It's true.
That's it. My whole thought was, well, there's no feasible reason he'd be in space on purpose.
Whereas Snoop Dogg, he just has a spacesuit.
Yeah, he travels to space all the time.
He's ready. Yeah, he doesn't flaunt it because, you know, he's down to earth.
My God, I'm gonna piss if you wanna like go over here some more, Travis.
Oh no, I think I pretty well covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, cool. Because I don't have a spacesuit that can filter my own piss, so I'll leave it to you, Eric.
That's why you drink
Yeah,
it.
Snoops does. He's ahead of it, and it's also way more slender than the usual mechanics. Because you gotta look good, no matter where you are.
It's true, it's all about the fit.
Exactly.
And Mr. Lannister's fit, you know, it's making a statement. I'm not sure if it's the one he wants to make.
He drinks and he knows things. He doesn't voyage to space.
That's true. Would you ever go to space, Travis?
I would be terrified.
What if it was like a guaranteed ability to safely get there and back?
Then yeah, hell yeah.
Like, it's no different than getting in a car and going to the gas station or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean by that point, because what terrifies me about going to space is like there's so much that can catastrophically go wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it is spooky still being out there and like, if there's a crack in anything, I might just be dead. But I mean...
Yeah.
Eh.
You might not realize it because it'll be very slow.
That's true, you just get sleepy. I get sleepy anyway.
Like that used to be a much more prevalent fear of mine because my head was much more in the clouds. But
Mhm.
back in, you know, early 2010s, like I thought about it a lot and how scared I was of going into space. And then I saw the movie Gravity in 3D. And I'm like, it was just long enough for me to not feel uncomfortable with how long I was in that theater seat.
Huh.
Because it's just a movie about things going wrong in space.
I don't know.
That's what like 90% of space movies seem to be about.
Well, I mean, yeah, you need an impetus. You need some kind of motivation. Otherwise, it's just floating around in space, and Kubrick already did that.
Well, I've got both of your point tallies here. Travis, you're up to 25. Dakota, you're up to 33 Buckazoids.
Yeah, got that
Oh my-
celebrity endorsement to pull on a few extra Buckazoids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the licensing deal really came through for me.
Let's just say he may have sweetened the green. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys want to go to break real fast to refill your spacesuits?
Yeah, I gotta go test out this filtration system to see if I can recycle my piss into water.
Well, if not, you can just cut out the middleman and drink your own pee.
Yeah, it's healthy.
I just like the taste. Isn't that right, dodgeball fans?
Classic.
Classic. We'll be right back. We are back. Welcome, friends. Cosmonauts. Space trollops. Welcome back to the last bit of the show.
I thought you were gonna say the last 10 paces for a second. It's like, oh,
Trollop sounds
fuck.
like a space dig.
Well, trollop does mean
Like you
whore.
trollop.
So,
I can get down with that.
essentially whore, promiscuous one.
The equivalent for when that word was actually used.
You're right.
They're space workers now.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But, I mean, I think we've got something here that might actually help you out of your sitch, Aaron.
well, yeah, you
I
got
think all
you got
this-
Snoop Dogg here for me.
Oh yeah, I mean that'll hopefully bide time while this next R&D project really gets off the ground, and we can maybe get Ollie out of there, out of that free orbit.
What are you
I
calling?
miss her.
You call me a space Uber or something?
Something like. I think it's, we're looking to launch. We're making a whole vessel.
Shit, I cannot wait because Snoop Dogg said that he only brought enough weed for him. Kinda rude.
Oh yeah, I mean, how much it cost to send that much weed into space was, oof. I really hope we can recoup off of those buckazoids.
Yeah. You really sold us on the aliens will love this shit line, but logistically we're kind of running into a few problems.
All right, I do have another problem with this venture that you brought up now.
What's that?
Snoop's informed me that he can't take a ship that doesn't look cool. He needs a cool spaceship.
Oh yeah, that was also part of his writer.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you remembered that because he will not set foot in something that is unbecoming to someone like himself.
Yeah, I had our team cover his contract extensively.
Okay, good. Mr. Lannister says yeah, about the same. So Dakota
In so many words?
I mean
Lannister comes from money, so
yeah.
he's got exquisite tastes.
I mean, he told me not to directly quote him, but also not to paraphrase too loosely.
I feel like you're over-explaining a little bit, and he also wouldn't like that.
He is glaring at me, reaching for that sword, but his little tiny hands can't reach.
You don't have to be mean.
He's got baby hands.
And also, like, the suit is keeping him from reaching his space sword.
Oh, that's true too.
Mhm.
I see the little hand just flop against it, but there's no actual hand inside of it because he's short. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, I got a little awkward. Let's go.
Tell me about these cool ships, or rather, show me what cool ships you're gonna make.
We haven't. We gotta do our thing first. You're still gonna be up there for a while.
It's show and tell.
I'm just so excited to not be here anymore. I've kind of flipped on the whole space is cool thing.
And also, you've lost which way is up.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually the absence of heat. But anyway, how much time do you think you'll be able to last up there?
I mean, I could last a whole hour, but it really depends on how fast you guys think you can get me back to Mother Earth.
Well, we've
Well-
got a skeleton we can work with, or at least I do. And I think we might be able to retrofit it to get it up there to you.
All right. I think as long as it's okay with Dakota, I think a cool 45.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine by me.
Alrighty, in that case, I'm gonna start the timer because again, I'm sick of being here. So
Yeah,
3,
that's fair.
2, 1, let's go home.
One step at a time, bud.
Ugh. Did you guys know that Snoop says he can rap?
What? Tell him to prove it.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of people who say they can rap, and then they rap, and it's like, I wish you stopped rapping like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, funny. I thought that was the only outcome.
Certainly been at parties where, you know, somebody tries to freestyle over a beat, and I don't know, maybe the party would be a little bit better if we just listened to the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like different if you ask for it, but they never do.
They never do.
No, they just start going. But I mean, I guess if the flow hits you,
The flow was maybe hitting them a little too hard because, man, I just stop rapping. That's not. Don't rhyme the same word with the same word.
you hear that,
4
Snoop
times.
Dogg? If we know you're watching, but stop.
Just stop. Just give it up, man.
I can't.
I've been real kind these last, how many years? Just stop.
You can't punctuate every word with bitch. Like, just going back to like the people who freestyle, not necessarily Snoop. I don't know shit about his music actually.
He doesn't really.
I didn't think he was vulgar, but
I mean, he is. He'll sit.
okay.
He'll bust a cap.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I need you
We
to
always knew you
mute
were-
comms.
Okay.
We always knew you were more of a Tupac guy.
I liked. Originally I would say Will Smith, but I guess I'm just gonna go back to Aaron Carter.
Oh yeah, why can't rap be like that anymore?
Like the good old days. Aaron's party, come get it. Not another earthquake.
He beat Shaq.
Beat Shaq. Not everyone can say that.
Fun shapes out here.
Travis, yours is a little hard to see. Maybe it's just me.
No, it's very
I'm
hard
just-
to say.
Drawing a bit
Oh,
of
okay.
skeleton.
Okay. At first I
It'll
was like,
clear up soon enough.
okay. At first I was like, did it freeze?
No, I deleted mine. That's
Oh,
why.
okay.
I wasn't liking the direction.
Well, in space, directions are kind of meaningless. Actually, directions
so
are
is
super
actually-
meaningful. Space is kind of big, as it turns out.
Oh, see, like, I wouldn't know. Glad to have you there firsthand.
Makes
I
one
mean,
of
like,
us.
yeah, the sky is pretty big, but
Just imagine if the sky got darker and kept going.
so like nighttime.
Like nighttime, but like mega nighttime. Like if the Pokemon Company made a new gimmick. That's space.
Oh no,
Yeah.
is it bugging out on you?
I'm kind of bugging out on it, if I'm being honest.
Has your meta been entirely disrupted?
I don't even know what that means anymore.
Oh, it's bad.
It's real bad, man. I don't think they're ever gonna fix that game. Speaking of Pokemon,
Which
You
one?
don't have to.
the new
Pokemon
one.
Unite?
No.
Oh, Scarlet? And all that?
Yeah. Scarlet and Violet.
Sorry, I was trying to go for the most absurd one, but I forgot they released that game.
It's okay. Yeah, I
You mean
don't.
Fixing Pokemon Picross?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it was for the 3DS.
Huh. I mean, knowing fucking the
Game Freak.
developers for all that shit, that would probably be first.
Yeah, gotta import those and really freshen them up for a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, remember this game you played 10, 15 years ago? You can pay us more money than you used to for the same game again.
That sounds
Aw, they
about
love
right.
that.
It's true.
That's bread and butter, baby.
That's unfortunately the gaming environment we find ourselves in half the time.
That's just media.
Yeah.
Like, we moved to the streaming age and physical media kind of ended. And that's just so you can't own a movie anymore.
It's certainly more expensive for the consumer to stream all the time. Like, they try to make
Oh,
it
yeah.
seem like it isn't, but then those reoccurring costs that people don't even notice.
Mm-hmm. Like, I re-upped my Disney Plus, and they they automatically bundle it with Hulu and charge you more for it.
Yeah.
And the only way to unbundle it is to call their line and go through all that nonsense.
Oh my god, wow.
And like the way that people on the line have to go about it is also,
Convoluted.
you know, inefficient and backwards. It's absurd.
Were you able to unbundle it?
I'm
Think so?
lazy.
Oh, fair. I mean,
I
that's...
should before my next billing cycle, but I have
I can't...
ADHD.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised that they would do it that way, though. It just makes it harder
Asking
for you
money,
to...
baby.
Yep. I do...
Oh yeah, like companies are no longer in the business of pleasing customers.
No. I do think that everyone switching to streaming did make people more, I guess, expecting of new content sooner, and like just higher quality, just more and more and more. Is what
Yeah.
streaming became.
It became like the gaming industry.
Yeah. People are just entitled to more and more, and I hate to just say that because saying people are entitled, like that's just what you hear all the time.
I think this
You
is a
know,
case where it's actually true and not to push a alternative motive that doesn't correlate.
You never want to side with the corporation, but there are no good sides to take in this argument.
Right.
Yeah.
We should just go back to making our own entertainment. We're gonna put on plays for each other at local theater.
I mean, I would be fine
We can-
with that.
So that's how the new Avengers movie is going to come out. We're going to write it and rent out a stage and perform it for people.
Yeah, coming to your local amphitheater.
Speaking of superhero musicals, Grace recently had me watch Holy Musical Batman.
What the fuck is that?
It's an experience. I was very, very skeptical at first, but I was convinced. Let's just, to give you an idea of how good it is, it's a parody, and they had to state as much so they didn't get in trouble. Which, anything that DC would get mad about in this, I mean, just the fact that there's something that DC would get mad about makes it better to me.
Yeah.
But it makes fun of Batman in all the right ways.
Okay.
It feels like a very Adam West era Batman that dunks on all of the modern movie era stuff.
Hell yeah.
And it's very unserious writing. Grace was telling me it was made by the same people who made the Harry Potter parody musical.
I don't
I didn't know
know.
there was a parody musical.
Okay. They were talking about it, and I just didn't know what it was. I assumed it was bigger than I.
I mean, it might be, and we're just uncultured.
Yeah. I mean, I don't assume because I just don't know a lot of what's popular anywhere ever,
Right.
unless it's in my little sphere.
Would you recommend this? Like, even if folks aren't maybe a big old comic dork like you.
It's funny, yeah. Your comic knowledge required is very surface level.
Yeah.
Like, if you've seen a Batman movie, you probably have enough context.
Gotcha. So it's a direct follow-up to the Joel Schumacher ones.
Yes. Robert Pattinson comes in at one point. There is
Actual
one part.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, there is one part that ages poorly. Just so you're aware, maybe two, depending on how you view the parts that happen. But yeah, so there is a part that's like, that's in pretty bad taste. I would say it was in bad taste even when they did it, but
Oof.
minor, like, you know.
Nothing like just so distasteful that it completely takes you out of it, or
It comes close, but it's not like somebody being vile for vile's sake.
gotcha.
It's just like, oh, come on, man, really?
I think I've only seen
Yeah.
one Batman movie ever. I mean, one animated Batman movie.
Oh, the animated universe is actually great, which makes it even funnier that they can't do movies right. Although apparently The Flash is just a good, decent movie with terrible, terrible CGI.
Yeah, I saw that trailer and I'm like, I have no interest in watching this. Also, fuck Ezra Miller, but
Yeah, I can agree with that. Everyone keeps saying the CGI budget went to his bail fee, and I think that's amazing. Not that it's true, just that's what everyone keeps saying about it.
yeah, I've said it before on this show, but I just don't understand why. Like, he's one of the actors that's still. I mean, maybe they were already filming it before James Gunn took over, but
It
the
was
fact that
finished
he's one of the
filming.
actors they kept around.
It's mind-boggling. And then, like, he was involved in a movie that Johnny Depp got caught from as well. It's like, if you're gonna cut Johnny Depp for this alleged... I mean, they were both found guilty of things, and it sounds like they were just mutually shitty. I'm not here to debate any of that, but, like, if they're gonna dump Johnny Depp over that, why wouldn't Miller get the same treatment? Like, it's very
Like-
bizarre.
Jason Momoa got cut as Aquaman for seemingly no reason.
Wait, no, he's
For
still
hear-
Aquaman.
I thought it was just for
Is he?
hearsay.
I'm not sure. I thought he's continuing to be Aquaman. I could be wrong.
Oh, I thought they were recasting Aquaman. I had heard
They-
something.
That's possible. I don't keep up to date on DC
People
movies.
wanted Oh wait, no, that was recent. Let me look. I remember people wanted the female interest recast.
Oh, yeah, they wanted Mara recast, but I don't think that ever became official.
I didn't even know they were doing a newly revamped DC universe.
Kind of. They're doing the classic where the universe is going to get reset so everything's canon, but they still have a fresh slate. Which, to be fair, that's exactly what they did in the comics. Cool, go for it.
With the new 52.
More than the New 52. New 52 was just the hardest. New 52 was their attempt to do it and pretend like the others didn't existed. And then somebody else came back in and said, no, we should not remove all that history. Because,
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily the comics, but the Spider-Verse movie handles that with aplomb.
yeah. But, yeah, because DC was the company that made it a feat and like a feature of comics to where continuity resetting was like big cosmic level events. And I'm like, all right, that's a creative way to solve this publishing issue. Then they got kind of addicted to it anytime things went wrong.
Anytime they pigeonhole themselves.
Yeah. The era leading up to New 52 actually did like the 10 years before it, did an amazing job keeping everything interconnected. The problem was they felt like they couldn't tell a lot of stories they wanted to. So they did New 52. And it also was...
Flashpoint the comic was the impetus for New 52, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the inciting event. So even then, they kind of kept the whole this is narratively driven.
Yeah.
And then they also had what was the recent reason for it reopening back up? I can't remember. Convergence. So basically, DC always plays with their multiverse. Like they like to have 52 universes, even though there's always technically more for whatever random reason. They always say that there's 52 multiverses. If you ever watch the CW Flash show, they keep it the same. Sorry, 52 universes.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. And when they did New 52, they had like Earth 1 and 2 and 3 were like the big ones that came about. And I think Convergence was a big storyline that tried to capitalize on all of that. It didn't go well. They continued doing their comic shit for a few more years. And then they did something called Rebirth, which brought in Dr. Manhattan, like was hinted at, bringing in all of the... Why can't I think of the fucking comic's name right now?
Watchmen,
thank you. All of the Watchmen characters officially into the universe, which is even weirder because all of the Watchmen characters
Aren't they,
are
like,
based
a
on...
parody?
They're based on...
Yeah.
they're based on DC characters, but at the time of Watchmen, they were worried that those characters would be received poorly for being too gritty and realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So they made counterparts that were thinly veiled copies out of safety because they just bought the rights to these characters and didn't want to lose them.
Huh.
Yeah. So they just made dual versions of them. Like, I know Dr. Manhattan was Captain Atom. Blue Beetle and whatever the other one's name is in Watchmen.
Night Owl.
Night Owl, thank you. Nightingale is the DC one, I believe. I don't remember which one's which.
For...
Yeah, I never remember which one's which there. But yeah, you get the point.
Yeah.
They all exist. Hell, they even made a comic at one point where they explored the universe as if the characters weren't all split up into like new identities.
That's cool.
Oh, the Question. That's right. The Question was Rorschach.
Mm-hmm. Who was the comedian?
Was it Peacemaker? I think it was Peacemaker.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I think Peacemaker's the first Charlton. Charlton Comics is where all these characters came from, and Peacemaker was the first Charlton era comic character to get a movie appearance.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so it took Marvel. Marvel did like universe altering a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it was for narrative reasons. Like Scarlet Witch did something,
Right.
or like it was always very narrative focused and not we need to fit this into the narrative.
It was sort of grounded in the narrative instead of just shoehorned.
Yeah, the first time Marvel ever did it was 2015.
Oh wow, that took them fucking forever.
Yeah, and even then, a lot of the history is still there. They kind of pulled a New 52-esque thing where they just... It was a reason to relaunch a lot of stuff, and honestly, a lot of Marvel's reason for doing it, they kind of didn't learn from DC. And a lot of the shit did... Like, it wasn't necessary to do what they wanted to do, because the old continuity's still there, it still exists. The difference is they kind of just... It was weird. They were pretending like it never happened and that all this history didn't exist for a short time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it all just eventually bled back into the stories. It was really inconsistent. Like, I'm sure there's some things I didn't know or am missing about why they did it. That makes perfect sense.
Right.
That being said, the story for it all happening in Marvel is really fucking good read.
That up because, I mean, it's been ages since I was, actively following comics.
Yeah.
Because when I stopped, I gave you all that big old box.
Yeah.
But also, it was just like, at the time, not a sustainable habit for me.
Oh yeah, I eventually stopped too. That sustainable habit led into me wanting to do it for a career though, so.
Yeah.
Whoops. Fed the beast there.
Oops. You're part of the machine now.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. I always love storytelling and art separately. And somehow it never clicked doing both at once for me until, like, I got really big into comics.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's such a... Comics, has that Marvel and DC, everything's about superheroes. Like, it just has that kind of... What am I trying to say? Like, going into it or just, like, on the surface, you think, oh, that's just what comics is. But, no, there's so much to it. It's such a rich way to tell a story, and like for budgetary reasons very accessible.
Yeah, there was a lot of reasons comics drew me in. I think it was there were like 3 or 4, I think there were 4 big moments that made me want to make comics, or got me into comics in general. It was the 52 comic series, which specifically didn't focus on Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman. The whole premise was the DC universe dealing with them being not present during a calamity, and that was like the whole idea was, can they do it? And it was the first time I'd ever seen like a connected comic universe, and that was so fucking cool to me because I had never thought to have all these multiple books in the same space having a combined feature. I thought it was fucking awesome. And then I think it was Jeff Johns' Teen Titans just really sold me on the idea of comics being like just a good, interesting story, having stakes. Like, it was just, I think that was when I realized, and this is going to sound a little cliche that just comics aren't only for kids.
Yeah, that it's not just the Saturday morning paper comic sort of thing.
Yeah. Because that was when I really fell in love with it. Because 52 is what got me interested. I think Walking Dead plays a little bit of credit into that discovery too.
Oh yeah.
Because I picked those up around the same time. And then Rick Remender pretty much deserves the rest of the credit because he's the one who showed me how cool comics can be outside of the superhero realm. Not that I have any hate for it. It's just I wasn't aware of it. But on the fantasy side, 7 to Eternity was an amazing fantasy, like, epic. And then Black Science was a phenomenal science fiction story.
Oh yeah, there's so many just cool stories out there I mean, a lot of it does kind of get lost in the swell, unfortunately, just because there is so much out there. But a lot more comic shops are a lot more supporting of, independent stuff these days.
Yeah. It feels like everything's going a little more indie, and obviously I'm going to say that given I work on 3 indie books, but even if you're into superhero, actually, I feel like indie superhero books is the hardest to get into. Because there's just so many that aren't good, if I'm being blunt.
Yeah.
I will say, fantasy, like,
That's how I feel about anime.
There's been so many cool fantasy comics in the past decade. Say this, if you want to give comics a try, science fiction and, like, really creative and fun universe, and just a compelling story, Black Science is a great go-to. If you like your more D&D and you want like a very well-crafted and beautiful-looking fantasy universe, 7 to Eternity are both amazing comics.
You would have to write those down for me because I would not remember them.
Fair. Shit, even if you just like more grounded down-to-earth stuff, there's so many good thriller, spy, just slice of life. There's just every genre you could think of in comics, and there's a great story. It's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you read or seen Death Note?
I've watched it.
Okay. So you know the like back and forth mental like tennis match that Kira and L have throughout the beginning, like the first half of the show?
Yeah, the mental games.
Yeah. Could you think of an anime or not? Sorry. Could you think of a comic that like sort of has that? Because that's like the main thing I really loved about Death Note, for example.
See, I do think that's much more prominent in manga.
Probably.
I'm trying to think of... Black Science has a little bit of it, but not enough to scratch that itch for you, I don't think. I know it exists,
yeah,
but I just may not have run into it.
I think something that's really close, and this I could be completely off the mark with this, something that really hits like a comic style would be the manga of One Punch Man.
It's a little Western, yeah.
I feel like
it's
pretty like, and again, it's the wrong way to do it, but like the Saturday morning cartoon kind of comic books.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're also dunking on...
True.
It's the other side of the coin to paying an homage to Western comics is My Hero Academia. It's the parody side.
Yeah. Very much so. It's very much not afraid to wear its influences.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's if you ever seen The Boys, same thing, but that's just an American... That's a very shock value version of it.
I feel that way about Invincible.
Yes, Invincible. That's the interesting thing. I wouldn't call it a parody, but it is deconstructionist.
Yes. That's probably what I'm trying to get at with One Punch Man.
I would say One Punch Man fits into both those terms. I would call it a parody and deconstructionist. It actually does both very well.
Oh, One Punch Man is a lot smarter than it initially comes off as.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the issue comes from like the anime, because apparently the second season of the anime wasn't great. I didn't watch it. I read the manga.
I would definitely
it's
say to read it.
Yeah, it's paced so well in the manga.
Yes, that's it. Aside from the fact that they got a different team to produce it, and there's nothing they could have done about that aside from wait. I do think they paced it poorly. Because I liked the content within it, I could just see that it was, they should have made it a couple episodes less, or maybe it's maybe the first time I've ever thought about this being a good thing, introduce some, quality filler to not show as much of the slow pacing.
Because, the Dragon Ball Z pacing doesn't work if you're leading up to a punchline.
Yeah.
Unless you make the punchline with that in mind, which I don't believe they did.
Definitely not considering the anime pacing.
Yeah. But as a manga, it reads so well, and it's still going, and I love it.
I have not kept up with it, but the art is phenomenal.
Sorry, I thought of a comic that was supposed to be what you were looking for with Death Note.
What?
What the fuck was it called? It was Brian Michael Bendis, and it failed spectacularly. Leviathan. It was supposed to be DC in particular had a wealth of very spy-esque, how Marvel has SHIELD.
Yeah.
DC had multiple organizations that would actively contrast or compete with each other, or just straight up be at odds with, and that kind of fit that bill. Checkmate was a comic all about these organizations, or one of them in particular. So there's definitely been a good amount of that, but it's more of an organization level instead of a one-on-one.
Individuals. Yeah.
There's definitely comics with mind game characters like that, though.
Oh, for sure.
But it just, I was trying to think of it, and then I remember the bad taste Leviathan left in my mouth.
Oof.
Mostly a bad taste because it destroyed all of those secret organizations as part of the plot.
That sucks.
All to prop up a return to some character nobody actually cared about. It was such a letdown. Basically, he engineered a universe-altering event to bring back a character he loved.
Oh.
And it was a very ass-pull, look who it is, it was him the whole time. Literally, it was a character that was mentioned in the comic one or two times because it was the origin for another character in the comic. It was so fucking... it was
kind of hack.
I did not like that pull at all. It felt very disingenuous.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough to write on a long-running franchise like that, because, I mean, I guess you'll obviously have more industry insight, but, you can't necessarily want to go in wanting to leave your mark on something like that.
I think the problem is that's what was attempted, because, to be blunt, it was a big deal when he went over to DC, and they kind of let him do whatever they want with this event. It feels like there was very few mandates from editorial on this book. From an outside perspective, obviously I'll never know, but it was received pretty poorly by a large majority. It was supposed to be the mystery thriller book, and it just never happened. A lot of build up towards it. It's just the whole point of it just never really got delivered on. man.
I've
Sorry,
been
I could.
reading,
Go ahead.
I've been reading a little indie comic. I think I mentioned it before. I picked it up at a local bookstore just because it has really beautiful, like a really beautiful binding and cover work. It's called Shubek Lubiek, and it's kind of these little vignettes about people in Egypt in a world where wishes are kind of they exist and they're captured and sold commercially.
Oh, cool.
And so
That's
there are
it.
different classes of wishes. Like they call these like the class 3 wishes Delpsets or Delceps, and those are more likely to kind of do the monkey's paw thing to you. But they're more affordable, but they've been usually pretty well outlawed. But then if you have enough money, you can buy a first-class wish, but you still have to be careful with it. And it just develops this whole cool world around it. But it does it by focusing in on these characters and kind of their struggles with what's going on.
That does sound really neat.
So is there
Yeah,
a trade-off? Like the stronger the wish, the more likely it is to corrupt, or
No, the stronger the wish, like the more true to your intent it's likely to come off. It's just absurdly expensive.
gotcha.
Like the cheap ones are more likely to backfire.
Okay.
Like this dude keeps wishing for a car, and so different iterations of a car keep appearing in his neighborhood. But maybe it's up on top of a flagpole, or it's a toy car, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's in the bottom of
Contrast that by showing a rich neighborhood where people are just using wishes willy-nilly, and so the neighbor got another new dinosaur.
It sounds like, what was that called? That sounds cool.
Shubek Lubiek?
Oh, that's why I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, which is apparently Arabic for, like, it's what a genie would say in stories like that, like in Alibaba and stuff, for your wishes granted.
That's another one you're gonna have to send me the name of, because I could not
Yeah.
just guess it.
Yeah, it's really cool, and the hardcover book was like, I think $30, but it's massive, it's beautiful. A lot of the art is very, like, I don't want to call it simple, but it's just like brush ink on white paper for the most part,
Right.
and it's really, really well done. It's really effective.
It has restraint.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people misconstrue simple with bad. And I know you're not one of them. That's a general statement.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to kind of clarify.
Got about 8 minutes remaining.
Do I have a certain tool? Time to Google.
Ah, shit. Good. I did it. Wrong layer.
Mark it off your bingo cards. One of these days,
circling-
someone will get that bingo. Circling back.
Circling back to seeing plays and kind of mediocre playwriting.
Sure.
I went to see this kind of live ensemble of Clash of the Titans.
What?
So the old movie Clash of the
Yeah.
Titans? Yeah, this little production company put on a little production group put on a kind of a live cast version of it, and it was like, it definitely seemed like when they were writing jokes for it, I mean, they tried to lean into the budget, which was none,
Yeah.
which I can respect. I mean, I'm not going to judge you for your budget, but it just seems like they had a lot of jokes and no one said no.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So it just kind of lacked direction. It seemed very much directed by committee. And, like, I didn't realize going into it, like, how heavily it was going to rely on, familiarity with the source material to get some of the jokes. But then a lot of times it was just, wouldn't it be silly if I acted this way? So, I mean, certainly not a glowing review, and I don't want to, completely bash these people, because
Right. They're still...
they're out there trying and doing stuff, but it just did not land. So that was interesting, and I thought it was, like, based on advertisements, I thought it was going to be a little more audience involved. I also thought it was going to be taking place at, like, a bar on Cherokee Street. So I thought it would be just a little more intimate, I guess, setting-wise. And I felt like a doofus because I went in Dionysus' costume.
And no one else was in costume?
Except for the actors, and my costume was leagues above theirs.
Oh, no. You should have just gone
fully
on
to
stage.
toot my own horn there.
Well, you had that
I
big...
thought it was going to be more like a, like a Razzie fun kind of...
like a dinner theater.
Yeah.
And it was, what, like a black box or something?
It was a small stage.
Yeah.
Over in Westport.
I'm pretty forgiving for live theater.
Yeah.
Having, I grew up judging it for fun because I did a student review program.
Oh, yeah. Was that Thespies or?
It was Cappies, but yeah.
That's right.
So, and they would, it was kind of annoying because since it was a high school led thing, they didn't really want you reviewing it. They kind of wanted you to halfway review it and mostly give them like kudos or whatever.
Yeah, to encourage.
Yeah, and while I do understand that, I feel like, I don't know, I wanted to treat it like a review thing. I wanted to, give them constructive criticism because I understand how to do that, believe it or not, by this show.
I
And
think they're just worried about people who don't.
yeah, exactly. And I'm sure the teachers that, would have to send them off didn't want to go through that.
Right.
Sorry, I got distracted watching this time lapse.
Oh, are you already done, Dakota?
Yeah.
La-di-da.
I mean, my ship's a little simple in design, but I wanted to try something new.
I like the shading you did.
Yeah, I used a gradient map for the first time.
Oh.
It's fun. First time on this, at least.
Right. I didn't think you pulled up a tutorial on how to use a gradient map.
I mean, I did for Clip Studio. I've used it in Photoshop, so I had there's knowledge there.
Throw on some finishing touches. Basically the same thing I did at the end of the last one.
Yeah.
I really like these effect brushes that Clip has.
I like you guys' ships. They're very unique.
Unique
thank you.
New York. A Very Potter musical is what it was called.
I have heard of that.
Ah, there we go. There's a hit.
Once you actually said the name, it struck something. I haven't seen it, just like I haven't seen the Shrek musical.
Oh, but why not? Wasn't it on Netflix?
It was probably on everything, judging by, Shrek.
Yeah, I get things that get real memey like that. I tend to get a little burnt out on.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the first movie when it came out. Didn't see any other ones because I was done with it by then. I mean, like, I was probably of the age that I could have seen Shrek 2. Like, it was probably made for me, but at the same time, Shrek 1 was fine. I don't need more.
Yeah, I remember going to see Shrek 4 with Thor and
How was that?
another person. Like we had stayed up all night the night before,
Right.
just hanging out at my house, and then went to like a noon showing of Shrek 4 at that little Festus theater.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep because we had stayed up all night before. But it was a Shrek movie. Like I don't have as much of a stomach for Mike Myers humor as I did then.
Fair.
It's for my time lapse. I think I'm done here.
Awesome, because that is actually time.
Yeah, we've gotten a large Kirby.
We have?
Damn it, Nevins.
Thank you, Nevins. Just for that, bigger Kirby. I do keep moving him to the corner more, but making him bigger as well.
Oh yeah, he's drifting out there in orbit.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to discuss what happens when he actually eclipses everything.
You act like we haven't discussed that already. Yeah, we do.
I do love that the Zipatone Travis did on the background bleeds through, though, because of the transparency.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Or halftone, sorry. Zipatone's a brand name.
I didn't know what exactly you meant, but when you said it bled through, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want any. I don't want any art product nerds to come after me.
Zipatone sounds like a
It's happened
fucking
before.
hair product.
It kind of
It's
does.
cream.
Why does it
Yeah.
sound like both? It's just one of those names. Like it could be any product for like hygiene.
Yeah.
It's from like the 50s.
Yes.
Zipatone
Yeah.
cures those blemishes, de-ages you, gets rid of wrinkles.
Makes your husband attracted again.
Yep.
You'll be
Tighten up those loose lips. It's Zipatone.
be the talk of the town with all the boys.
You'll be the hottest gal at all of your Tupperware parties and social clubs.
Kid next door will bring you a pineapple. You know what that means, don't you?
Exotic.
Alrighty, Travis, are you ready to show and ready to go?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Tell me about your piece.
So, I was like, the impetus for this was basing it off of Bebop ships,
Mm-hmm.
and all of the main ships in Bebop are like working ships. Like
Yeah.
Bebop itself is a fishing vessel. I don't know what Swordfish is meant to be, but I think it's built for combat because it has a rail gun.
I would assume.
But King Crab, Phase Ship, is like essentially a space forklift. And Hammerhead, which is jets, is a space tow truck. And so I built a space cement carrier. Basically just like a big terraforming rig.
Okay, yeah. I was looking at what the swordfish was for. It's originally a racer.
Oh. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the quick one.
12 parsecs, all that.
So yeah, I thought this could go around and, terraform planets as the contracts come in.
I like it. What is there any importance for the nose being a different color? Is that part
Safety.
Okay. I wasn't sure
I
if it
wanted
like
to be very
popped out or something.
industrial kind of,
Yeah.
just industrial colors. But now it's all full of, dried and unusable terraforming filament,
Yum yum.
and it's slowly being shipped out and, kind of retrofitted for bebop-esque mercenary work, just kind of freelance work.
Dope. Dakota, what do you got there?
I have, believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
a spaceship.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is the assignment.
All right. No,
What
I
is-
just wanted to
is
go
it
with like
cool?
a dogfighter type ship, and my idea was like it can change its axis on any of the fins.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Now,
I
are
wanted to,
those turrets or weapons on the fins, or are those?
yeah, I wanted them to be little blasters because it's a fighter. It's a small arms fighter, and I like the idea that its maneuverability would be the big thing for it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. There's not much. It's a little simple little ship because it's not supposed to do anything else other than go fast and pew.
Yeah. I mean, it with it being simple, that would be easy to construct in scale.
It's a drone more or less. It's manned, but I mean, it's like you mass produce these little fuckers.
Right. You expect them to go down.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose.
Letting that one go without another joke was tough. Anyway.
Good job. I'm proud of you,
That hurt.
Travis. I'm
Exercise restraint on this chair.
giving you 40 buckazoids.
Ooh.
That's a couple months of work there. Good job.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't have to drive the cement spaceship anymore.
You don't have
I
to.
know, it's all I got. I don't have enough for another spaceship.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
you would need at least 42 buckazoids. Luckily, Dakota, that's exactly what you have. You could trade them all in for a new ship.
Ooh. I don't have to.
You don't have to drive the drone anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to get mistaken for a
Hopefully
pirate.
somebody doesn't hitchhike on yours.
Travis, are you selling? Are you selling your ship?
I'm leaving. I don't know what you're getting at. I've got no other business here.
I need a.
42. It's a Hitchhiker's Guide joke.
Oh my god.
Which are always better when you have to explain them.
He got it. He got it. I need a ride back to Earth, guys.
I'm leaving.
Are you not
I
going?
mean, you can come on, but you gotta chip away at some of this dried filament.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah,
So-
earn your keep.
There's only room for one in the drone anyway.
Well, alrighty, that's our show, fellas. You got anyone you want to shout out? You got any last words?
Shout out to Thor C.R. Brown. I finished his book, and I really enjoyed it.
Hell yeah, you should leave him a review. He'll love that. Like a
Yeah.
tangible review.
Well, digital.
Wait,
Or I'll just go through a brick through his window and be like, hey, I liked your book.
yeah, you throw the book back and you're like, sell it to someone else because I loved it.